Not too shabby. Oh, we're currently the top viewed Hearthstone stream on Twitch. Thank you very much, guys. Much appreciated. I won't stick around for too long. I don't like to take the spots of the regulars. It's like, this is pretty much their job. It's kind of rude to just butt in, you know? Alright, so Cynical Laugh has been resubmitted, by the way. It's currently pending. We're not really sure what's up with that. I don't know if there's really any others that I'd want to add yet. We do need to come up with some other remotes. We really do. I have yet to manage to do that. We should probably do a contest or something, and I'll, like, do a reward of, like, a free game of your choice for whoever submits. Something like that. I don't know. I'll come up with something. Okay, we'll keep one fan of knives. We'll toss the rest. It's a hunter. Okay, that's alright. Always nice to get an opening backstab. Ah! Our friend is back. Excellent. That's what we like to see. We do a couple of Polaris podcast ones. Alright. Yes. Backstab, coin, Dalaran Mage. There we go. You know, even with this deck, it's kind of weird that because you'd think you want to use the backstabs early, and you do. Obviously, you don't want to allow the opponent to establish board presence, but because of the fact they're already 2 damage, you get a couple of Spellpower creatures down. Suddenly, that 0 mana spell is going to kill a 4 health creature, which is really big. That's a big deal. Okay, Mr. Bear. I think we're just going to take 3. No, that doesn't work at all. What am I fucking doing? Wow. Wow. Yeah. No, Fan of Knives costs mana, it turns out. I didn't have knives out previously. That was kind of stupid. Alright. Well, I guess we have to wait it out now. If Mr. Bear can't kill our Dalaran Mage next turn, then, oh, he's going to kill it. Oh, now he's going for the face. Okay, can we punish that in some way? Yeah, sort of. Ish. Kind of. So, okay, so we can do Blade Flurry for 3 with the Kobold, which leaves that guy at 2. Unfortunately, that doesn't kill it. So, we're probably just going to Eviscerate. And, yeah, that's clearly the best option, but unfortunately that means that he dies next turn. Yeah, so I think it's gonna be that. Yeah, that Blade Flurry is only gonna do 3, isn't it? Yeah, that's kind of the best we're going to get out of this, I think. I don't really see any better possibility at the moment. We'll just hold on to the knife for the time being. I mean, the other possibility involved me hitting the bear in the face for 5 and then trading out the Dalaran Mage and then... I don't know. Oh, okay. So we've got a really nice fan here. Not quite as good as I wanted. If I'd had another Dalaran Mage and then maybe Blade Flurry, the entire board would be gone. But it's okay. It's not a huge deal. We can hit the bear in the face anyway. So I'm not overly concerned about that. Blade Flurry is affected by Spellpower, yes. But you got to do the adding up in your head because it doesn't indicate on the card. Like, you can see here that it's affected by Spellpower, but it doesn't tell you exactly how much it would get. So you just have to be a little bit careful with your mathematics. Oh, that's that Arcane Shot. I run into a lot of hunters running Arcane Shot. It's very annoying because, of course, it picks off the Kobold Geomancers. We do have Malagos, which means if this game goes long, things are going to get very interesting. That is unfortunately a Misha. But, well, I think Azure Drake is fine here. Because I'm going to draw a card and then trade with the Misha. Which is totally fine by me. I'm going to hold on to that Sinister Strike for the time being. I'd rather just keep a hold of it. It's good for a bit of combo potential. If I draw my other Eviscerate, or if I draw my Head Crack, and later on, I can hit much harder. Ah, Kill Command, I hate you. Ugh. Well, that's that. So I guess we're going to have to pull the Yoga Magi out then. We can play the Morgashin, but that's not really going to help that much. Yeah. Don't have enough mana to play the Magi and the Blade Flurry and the Fan of Knives, unfortunately. As much as I would love to believe otherwise. Yeah, if I had one more mana, I'd happily thrown down the Morgashin to take a punch, and then I could have finished that thing off easily next turn, but I don't have the mana, so... we just have to go with what we got. I am a bit concerned that I'm just being rushed down at this point, and if I get below a certain threshold, then I could get murdered by this guy, so... we'll see. This deck is capable of some pretty good comebacks, but I think it is demonstrating quite nicely that Malagos never gets played, because you're either gonna kill him before that... yeah, he's gonna go for the face. And he has lethal next turn. Unless I do something pretty major about that. Oh, fuck me. Yeah, that might be GG. I think it is, you know. If I could kill that this turn, maybe it wouldn't be. And I can kill that. If I go... so, Ancient Mage, Fan of Knives is 3 damage. Ancient Mage, Blade Flurry. If I could do double Blade Flurry, it would be incredible, but I can't, because obviously it's going to destroy the weapon. We could play the Mogashan for time, but it also means we don't get to clear the board, and he's just going to run over it, and that's lethal, I think, anyway. We can buff up that, yeah, I think the best call is Ancient Mage into Fan of Knives. Yep, that's pretty much it. We can throw a Sinister Strike at him for the sake of it. So, if I can survive this turn, I can maybe win. But I don't think that's going to happen. No. I've got basically 2 turns to live. Now, I'm on a clock, thanks to the hero power. There's no healing in this deck either, so... first things first, we need to find out what that... well, no, first things first, we need to get rid of that. I did kind of need to find out what that was. We could play the Malagos, but then we die instantly, so the only way we stay in the game is play the Mogashan Warden. But I think I'm just dead anyway at this point. 22 damage, I can't really do that in 2 turns, not without Spellpower on the board. So I think we just concede from here. Yeah, I don't see any way out of that. Oh, that's unfortunate. The Mogashans are actually against this very stuff. That's kind of the reason that I have them in the deck. But unfortunately, they do tend to run into problems from time to time. Like, you just don't have them up at the right time. Yeah, it's probably an explosive trap. It might not be. Actually, isn't it? Yeah, it's gotta be. Well, no, I wasn't 100% sure. Could have been a freezing trap? Yeah, but it's probably explosive, which would have killed me anyway next turn. Okay, well that was not brilliant. Playing both taunts wouldn't have made a difference. He's got the hero power. Yep, just took a bit too much damage in the early game. Couldn't establish. It's just how it is. It happens. Paladin. With a Light's Justice. Of all the things he could have possibly got. Like, yeah, Coin Mage! No. Alright, no Coin Blood Mage then. It's like, oh yes, I finally get to Coin Blood Mage for potential value. Nope. I've got a Light's Justice. It's like, wow, people actually have that card. Alright. Okay then. Good to know. Well, we got no good coin whatsoever, but we can kill his 1-1. There we go. Be a little bit spiteful. Why not? So, coin Ogre Magi. Probably followed by Mogashan. Silverback Patriarch. That's an interesting choice. Alright, well, I think the original plan is sound. Coin Ogre Magi. I can put the Blood Mage down once I've got my Mogashan Warden on the board. Of course. Great value. Well, it's just isn't bad. I'd toss one in a deck, absolutely. Why not? It's basically the bane of 2-1s. You get so much value out of that thing. Especially if you've got healing available to you later on, so you can heal right back up. Oh, he's gonna Blessing of Might. So that's a 2-for-1 for me. Yep, I'm fine with that. It's not a problem. Use 2 cards to kill 1 card. No problem. Although he did get rid of one of my Spellpower creatures, which I don't like. Moonfire is, of course, excellent in a super Spellpower deck. Swipe is brilliant, too. But the problem is a lot of the other spells that a Druid has are fairly high cost. Wrath's pretty cool, too, actually. You could definitely do a Druid Spellpower deck, but it would probably be a bit slower than a Rogue. Maybe with a little bit less flexibility. I don't know. You could definitely do it, though. Okay. He played another Light's Justice, didn't he? I wasn't just imagining that. Okay, good. That's good to know. I think we're going to get the Mogashan Warden down at this point. Because I don't trust him not to very slowly pick me to death. 4 mana for 4 mana, that's not relevant. It's 2-for-1. He used 2 cards to kill 1 card, which is generally not great. The mana equivalent, trading up is nice, yeah? If you can use a 2-mana creature to kill a 4-mana creature, great, fantastic. But it's not as valuable as getting him to use 2+ cards to remove one of yours. Card advantage is more important. At least that's what Trump tells me. Obviously, there are some situations where that would not be true, but in that case, when it's just kind of a, hey, it's a regular kind of minion. Yeah, this is a bunch of tiny little things. I was hoping for Fan of Knives, I didn't get it, but that's okay. It's not a big deal. How's your Drake, I think, at this point? Yeah, I'm just kind of trying to find the stuff that I need. What is this track? It's pretty cool. Oh, it's from Starbound soundtrack. Okay. I have a lot of stuff that I just kind of bought on the indie music bundle that comes up every now and again, and I just don't know what it is. I just like buy the whole lot to add to the collection. Yeah, this Mogashan is doing pretty well. Yeah, I personally wouldn't put 2 Light's Justice in. That doesn't seem like a good way to go. Like, 1 is good, but like ultimately after the first couple of turns, you don't want to have a Light's Justice at all. The Mogashan will eventually die, but look at the value that Mogashan has received. So much stuff. Okay, and there's a Fan of Knives. 1 turn too fucking late. Okay. Well, I'd prefer for Azure Drake not to die unceremoniously at this point. I'm tempted just to Fan of Knives here, but frankly, it's a waste. Like, why? Let's just do that and play another Ogre Magi and then punch him in the face. Oh yeah, you would do better in arenas if you followed Trump's advice and didn't do fancy stuff. Arena is not for fancy stuff, mostly. You get value creatures and you play them. It's as simple as that. Speaking of potential value. Oh man, you want to see the most value of Fan of Knives? We can do that, I think. Yeah. Can we? Maybe not. We're slightly short on mana, I believe. Yep, 1 mana short. Ah, that would have been the most value Fan of Knives. I think we probably just eviscerate it, honestly. That's a big enough creature to justify it. Alternatively, we throw down 2 Fans of Knives. I'm missing my backstabs and my shivs today. I don't know where they've run off to, but they've certainly gone somewhere. Unless, I don't want to hit it in the face for 6. Oh, never mind. Ancient Mage. What the hell am I thinking of? Here we go. That's it. The most value of Fan of Knives. There we go. We do 5 damage and we draw a card, and it costs us 3. This is why Ancient Mage is the best card in the game. That is 7 mana. There you go.
Thank you.
That's what I'm talking about. Look at that. We got a decent amount of damage right now. We can hit him, Sinister Strike for 7, Eviscerate for 8. That's actually lethal next turn, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Very much so. New cards, we don't know. Like, it's supposed to be, we think it's like sometime in July, but we don't know when. The pricing came out today. Pricing seems very fair, I've got to be honest. I have no problems with the pricing at all. In fact, it's actually kind of generous, especially when it comes to the gold cost. I'm like, wow, okay, that's... I like the fact that they're going down the LCG route. That's pretty cool. Are we going to Ancient Mage this guy to death? I think we are, aren't we? I've got to. I'm so sorry. Oh, this is just... Oh, my God. Ow. Ow. I mean, ow. Just... Oh. Ouch. That was unreasonable. I got a Fan of Knife for 7. Ooh, all the Ancient Mages, yes. Yeah, you can use the next cards competitively, absolutely. Much content per wing? We don't kind of exactly know. It's a bit weird. Like, you've got class challenges and you have this kind of boss fights, but we don't know how they sort of gel together. So we don't really know just yet. I'm going to take a short break because I need to go turn off the hose. And I also need to go and take out the rubbish. So please give me a few minutes. Do enjoy the music. And I will be right back and I will play some more of this. Alright. Let's not listen to King's Quest. It's silly. Listen to that instead. I do not have any plans for Divinity Original Sin. The last time I played it was in the alpha. It looks really, really good, and I've been told, at least outside of the alpha stuff, that it's also very, very good. But I don't plan on playing it for WTF is, because games like that take an inordinate amount of time, and certainly at the moment, the time that I can work is very limited. So I'm sticking to games that are easier to assess, which is why you see things like Fist of Awesome popping up lately, and things like Spoiler Alert. At the end of the day, those games are simply quicker to do, and I don't have the energy and, like, the health right now to do really big, long games. And I apologize for that. It sucks. I would like to... I mean, there's only a few games so far that I've really missed that I wanted to do videos on. Divinity was certainly one of them. What was the other... the Transformers game, I never got around to doing that. I might still... I missed Killer is Dead as well, which was pretty stupid. And... well, we're not going to coin Blood Mage here. It's the other thing that I missed. I think that's actually about it. There's no way I'm doing a video on the Long War. No fucking way. That's absurd. Like, it's... I've played about 5 hours of that mod, and it's abundantly clear that the only way you are going to even scratch the surface of it is to play another 50. Oh yeah, Shovel Knight as well. I could probably do a video on Shovel Knight. That, I think, is totally attainable. I could play a few hours of that. I am told it is very good. Sunless, 2 for 1, always nice. Sunless Sea is early access, so I won't touch it until it's not. It's really as simple as that. But it does look pretty cool. Grid Autosport. Do you really want my opinion on Grid Autosport? Like, it reminds me of, like, when I did the video on Grid 2, I was like, well, it's a racing game. And it works. And the port's alright. And that's all I know. Yeah, I don't really have much to say about it. I've been told the PC port is excellent, though. Really, really good. Like, it has a second monitor mode, which shows a bunch of racing stats and stuff, which is awesome. So, I'm told that's really, really good. Rust is also in early access. I don't actually give a flying fuck about that game. Thalnos, Backstab, Stab. Probably. Or I could have just played... I probably should have just played the Mogashan. I mean, he's just going to Fire Blast that next turn, but obviously I get card draw from it, and it was going to get Fire Blasted regardless. So, you know, it is... If it was any other class, it wouldn't be a problem, but it's a mage, so it was going to get Fire Blasted regardless, so I don't see the problem with that. Yes, the game frame rate is not locked. As I say, I am told that Grid Autosports port is really, really good. So, just something to bear in mind. If you're into racing, it seems like Grid Autosport is a good game. But I don't know much about racing. One moment. I generally enjoy racing games that have something a little bit arcadey about them. Really, Mogashan's the only option here, but that could be a mirror entity. It's not. Okay. Not sure what that is, then. I'm tempted to fish and see if it's a Sinister Strike. The last thing I want to do is... Yeah, I want to fish. Okay, cool. Totally fine. Good. I was just afraid it was going to be a counterspell, and I was right. It was. But my other... Oh, wow, he's fireballing it. Okay. My other fear was that it would be a Vaporize, and running a 1/7 into a Vaporize is really bad. Not that I didn't really need to attack with it anyway, but... Alright, so he burned that. I think we play an Archmage now, and we try and get the second Archmage down, and these things trade well. They're 4/7s. They're really hard to get rid of unless you've got a Polymorph, or unless you want to burn your other Fireball. Yes, I'm not going to be playing in any Hearthstone tournaments, thank you very much. That's silly. There's the other Fireball. Alright. Good. Alright, the good old head cracker's out. That's what we like to see. Okay, well, I'm gonna play the other Archmage. Are you ready for more Archmage? I don't think you are. Here's the polymorph. I'm like, just stop! God damn it! How much removal does this motherfucker have? Jesus! Just... both my Archmages gone. How disgusting. That's infuriating. I don't actually have any spell power, otherwise I'd love to blow these up. Morgashan Warden it is then. You son of a pig. Okay, and you can have a head crack as well. There you go. Take some damage for once. You infuriating nonsense mage. Ugh. How much more crap do you have in your deck to answer everything I've got? To Northrend! Victory or death! I have a backstab, fuck you! Oh! Value! Have some! Receive the value!